We destroyed these guys
Harpies.
and scared a hag away because
Are
she's
you
a
guys able to
baby.
see the map?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I sure can't.
Guess you gotta refresh.
Guess that didn't work because I already tried multiple times. There, brother.
Well, I
Are
see
you
the
too far
icy
zoomed out? Is it
thing.
tiny?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm switching over to the
Oh.
big map.
Oh.
Can you see the big
Oh.
Netherrealm map now?
Nope. Not me. Let me like reload my whole browser.
We'll be ready to go to the high ice after this, guys.
The heist?
Yeah.
The heist?
Ice.
High ice
I've
heist.
wanted to take you guys to the high ice because I have all these cool ice monsters I can't use because everyone's in the forest
You
and the
want to take us
desert.
everywhere, William. Also, we're on an ice mountain. Right now. Currently.
Yeah, but there are some logical problems.
Alright.
Also,
Well,
I can't have you fight a white dragon because you just fought a dragon.
Because that's racist.
yeah, being white is racist.
Facts.
Many facts.
Also,
All
Ral
right,
and Spencer had a
so
really nice chat around the fire, and then Ral clanked over to this rock.
Sit around the campfire and sing your campfire song.
There was no
Your
singing.
CAMPFIRESONG song.
Singing is for
Oh,
joyful
no.
characters.
Spencer was singing the entire time. He's just so bad at it, it just sounded like talking.
Yeah, I still don't have a map.
That's really weird.
Are you on the
using
Are you on
some
the
kind
right
of
campaign?
extension or something.
Yeah, he's logged right in.
I had to turn Dark Reader off apparently.
Oh.
Your dark reader is causing some issues.
Yeah.
I just use Firefox's built-in dark mode. Hopefully that helps.
You can't say dark, dude.
Can't
It's
say white
racist.
either.
You're culturally appropriating using dark mode. You can use
You can't use dark mode
it.
if you're white.
Which
Daniel's got his
harpy
Air
did
Force
Spencer
Ones
cut up?
black on. Spency.
Oh.
So
The
you
one that
can
was
see
stuck
the
on
map
his.
now,
I can.
Zach.
I can.
Perfect.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the one that's no. Actually probably yeah, because no. The Harpy Queen was the one stuck in my sword, so probably that one anyway.
Okay, then I would have dragged this one behind this rock, William. To do my business.
Very noisily too.
Yeah. It's so
You're pulling
embarrassing.
it along the ice and it goes screech.
Yeah.
Trying to carry it, and apparently they have a singing organ in there. Very refined. But when you squeeze the body, it lets out a squeaking sound like a rubber duck. Squeak. Anyway, what do you do, Raul?
Eat. Yum, yum, yum. Gonna bite into its neck and drink the fresh blood.
Gross.
That definitely no one sees.
Spencer already rolled. How about Arcanon and Arv go ahead and roll perception to see whether you see this disgusting spectacle playing out before your eyes.
Yeah,
Nobody
you guys.
saw it, but you just hear Row behind the rock sucking.
You guys have to roll really high, by the way. Don't
It's Inception.
Yeah.
I think my modifier
perception.
alone just let me see
I
it.
don't have a modifier.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 2, okay?
Oh yes.
Alright, so everybody sees this.
Oh.
It's alright. Everybody already knew.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come back over.
Everybody side eyes. Row.
Deserves it.
Spencer's gonna ask, how often do you have to do that?
How
Got
often
him.
do I have to do that?
Do what?
Yeah. Raul's eyes are just gonna get wide and he's gonna look back and forth between Spencer and the rock. He was like, oh, I thought the rock was, covering. I mean, you have to eat every day, right?
Spencer nods and say, "Well, every other at least."
Just gonna play with his shirt.
All right. Arv is going to. We've woken up, right, already, and we've
This is
slept?
a short
Question mark?
rest.
This
Okay.
is a
So
short
we all-
rest.
Did
So
we
you
get
had your-
snacks?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did
so-
make snacks for the short rest.
Nice.
Yeah, about that, I've been informed that those snacks are made out of harpy jerky.
This
So
time around, they are.
Just so everyone's aware, harpies are basically female women, humans, except they've got chicken feet and bird wings,
But they're
and their faces look a
fey,
little different.
so
You like that?
They're not fey, they're monstrosities.
whatever.
That's fine.
So, make of that what you will, but you're basically chomping into a lady.
Tastes like lady chicken.
I'll chomp into the lady twice, which I
What's
already did.
the how much health does it give me? 4?
So this one was actually, if I do it during a short rest, you guys get back an extra 1d8. So that was, I believe that was done last time.
Oh, yes. For healing.
Yes.
Yeah, you get an extra 1d8
Beautiful.
healing.
Easy. Arv is going to be casting a spell, actually.
A spell.
A spell.
Actually, should I do
Which
any
spell
ritual
is
stuff?
this?
This is Summon Draconic Spirit.
Got a dragon familiar?
It's a good one.
It requires concentration up to an hour.
You would
to
not get a
cast.
short rest then.
No, that's the duration. It should be an action to cast.
Oh. Yeah, then I'm not going to do that.
Look at that. You
I
can
see
do
where
it
you're
in
going with
battle.
it. But it should be, yeah, because that's one of those, that's a conjuration style spell that you basically summon a companion to help fight for you, or do other stuff, of course.
Yeah, which I could have done before, but I didn't because I didn't know how to read. Because I said, oh, damn, I can't do that. To wait an hour.
An hour? I've got to cast this for an hour? The battle's only 10 minutes, it's only 2 minutes long.
My turn's only 6 seconds.
Zach,
thinks
just
to
so you
himself.
know, you have, it should be enabled on your sheet, but I am giving people the Tasha's options for the different classes, and one of the ones for druids is the Wild Companion feature, which lets you cast the Find Familiar spell by expending a wild shape.
I do have that.
Alright, so I know you've got your scorpion buddy. If you wanted to have another little animal buddy, you can do that.
A deer.
Don't think I will.
Alright, as long as you know it's an option. Alright, Arcanon, anything from you during the short rest?
The familiar is actually a fae instead of a beast.
Oh,
kind
man.
of like say.
I was just fine. And they were leaving. Seems like you gambled pretty poorly outside of battle, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
good thing tieflings are resistant to fire damage.
How did you get back anyway?
What was that?
How did you get back anyway? You've never explained that. It's been a few hours.
A gambler never.
Yeah, well, your secrets better not come out to stab us in the back or anything after we get off this mountain, or while we're on it.
Curtis, I'll let you decide whether an insight check from Raul would be appropriate or not.
An insight
Do-
check?
Do you want do you want to weigh it against a check of your own? A charisma check of your choice? Probably persuasion or
Ooh, are
deception.
2 good stats?
Deception.
I mean, you didn't have to say that out loud, but okay.
Well, you're probably gonna beat me. Yeah, well, what am I believing? Or just being fine with you saying it's fine? You didn't really lie. Alright, I'll say, well, Goddess of Luck is never really that reliable anyway. And shrug. And then shove past you. Say, is everyone ready?
I'm normal sized again now. And yes, I am prepared.
So still titanically huge.
Still, 7'5", 7'6", but
Swole and 7'5". What's your strength modifier?
+3?
Me too, man.
Yeah, +3.
Alright. Turning on dynamic lighting. Alright. Music's kind of wacky.
Might be a little dramatic.
Penguin.
Anyway, I will look at that in a second because it's time for you guys to move on to the next map.
Did you entrust someone with the music? Because that's what happens when you do that.
Got something
Yeah.
else. I
Like we're trustworthy.
I didn't expect that the battle music would be playing in the OST, but I suppose that would make sense since it's a song in the game.
And in the OST, it's a track on the sound.
It's also Dark Souls, which is like 95% combat, from what I've heard.
Curtis,
This is
did you
true.
roll for health? Because we get an extra D8 and your token says you did not.
Me?
We had a short rest. Okay, just checking. Just helping a brother out.
Also,
Many hit dice. Okay. This next map has like revision effects on it, so I'm making sure that all the tokens are enabled for that.
I have 60 feet of dark vision, by the way, because I'm cool.
I think I care about you and your dark vision.
I'll just keep saying it until I have 60 feet of vision. Then you'll
I'm
care.
still on the previous map.
Yeah, I haven't switched it over yet, but I will.
Okay, that's what I thought. How does that 60 feet of dark vision feel being half of mine?
You have 120 feet of dark vision?
I have
like a drow?
120 feet of... I have 120... Why do I have 120 feet of dark vision?
That doesn't make
my
any sense.
runes.
Oh, that's cool. Like a dirty drow.
Rune Knight is a very cool class. Like,
It sounds cool.
it takes fighter who doesn't do anything other than fight and makes it so interesting.
That's
this
one
is
of
a
the
giant
big
map. Oh, lag.
complaints that people have about fighters is that there's not a lot of flavor to them. Although some
Yeah.
people think that they've got tons of flavor because you can take all those feats.
Well, Eldritch Knight was cool too.
I can see Eldritch Knight being cool.
Yeah, that's what I had to switch Tassilo to because my multi-class just was not working at all.
Multi-class is something I would do if I'm making like a level 15 character and I could
Yeah.
have the stuff already. But when I'm starting a new character, multi-classing just feels so bad because I have to take like 3 levels where I'm not increasing what I want to increase, you know?
Yeah, this is really laggy. I will try to control my complaining, but if it like freezes my computer, I'll let you know.
They're a big purple. Yeah.
So far, it's just a
This
little
might not
laggy.
work.
Why is there a line there?
Because I'm creating all sorts of problems as I'm trying to do this.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm turning it off.
It was tried to be cool. Foundry's cool, but you have to pay for it, and it actually works. But
That's a big map. I appreciate that map.
yeah, I won't look up
I like.
really high and pretend I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I
fine.
already looked up really high, but
You could just
I'm
use
good at
Fog of
pretending.
War, William, and manually do it. Kind of. It's not the same, but you can
Yeah,
still hide
but
stuff.
the thing that makes everything slow is I put invisible obstacles on parts of the map you shouldn't be able to see through.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just hide it with Fog
I
of
will
War.
deal. I don't know.
Or don't.
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh
Nothing.
well, all my preparations.
Brittany said she wasn't going to complain and then immediately started complaining.
Be like
No,
that.
I
They do
didn't.
be
I
like that.
said I will
Yeah,
try
I
to.
did not. I just.
I said I will try to control my complaining. Thank you very much. Did not say
And
I
then
was
immediately
intending to.
complained uncontrollably.
No, it was controlled. Believe me.
There we go. Okay, I finally got rid of that purple line. Okay, we're at the appropriate part of the story where you guys continue your ascent up the mountain. As you ascend, what used to be desert transitioned earlier into kind of dry, cold rock with less sand, and now as you continue upwards, something you haven't seen in a while, water in the form of snow. For the rest of the way up the mountain, you guys will be contending with extreme cold, which forces a con save at the end of every hour to avoid exhaustion, unless you have something to prevent against it, like, say, warm clothes or blankets or fire magic.
Wow! Imagine if we had those things.
Also, Big Boy Spencer can ignore this as he is acclimated
cool.
to this. You have resistance to frost or to cold damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And I do naturally acclimate to high elevations.
Yeah,
would.
that's a separate mechanic, which you can also ignore.
Oh, that's cool. I would love to play the doctor, and I won't be right at the front as it gets really cold, so I'll be on the side just assessing everyone to see if they need any more cold protection.
As we're getting up the mountain, Spencer actually will basically tell everybody this. Like we kind of after the battle last time, and we're continuing forward. Spencer will say, all right, everybody, we're going to continue forward at a relatively normal pace. It's going to get cold and hard to go, so and hard traveling. So if you need to stop, let me know. I'm going to try to get us up to the top as quickly as I can.
Okay.
Do the best you can.
Okay.
Spencer, if I'm I don't here, let me talk to you for a minute in the whisper chat. It should only
All
take
right.
like a few seconds.
Whisper chat.
All right.
Okay, glad that that's sorted out.
Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah, Spencer's gonna kill everybody.
You're not my DM.
Yeah. You don't get to say that. Danny as a DM would be fun. Arcanon, is your current health reflecting your actual health? 25. Oh, all right. I will switch that over myself. Is everybody at full? All right. I will fix that too.
Oh man, I forgot to unmute
Alright.
you again.
Anyway, as you ascend the mountain, you come across clear signs of habitation, past or present.
No.
There's a small little shack built right here. This is it. It's barely larger than an outhouse, but it is here. Also to the left, you see a series of ropes tied to posts forming a rudimentary fence. Also, over here, a cart covered in snow. And as you guys came to the edge of the map here, you would have noticed on your right, remnants of a camp.
What kind of carts are these? Are they for horses? Are they for coal? Are they
How is
for
Go ahead.
Hephaestus
looking?
looking?
Hephaestus, with his internal body temperature, is plugging along just fine.
He also has a
Need
blanket.
it? Yeah. Raoul stitched together this nice little dragon-shaped suit for him. He monogrammed his initials into it
Not
with some
true.
little flowers.
He ripped a blanket
Oh.
and tied it on him.
Like a little
And then
cape.
monogrammed his initials in it.
Yeah.
Hephaestus doesn't have resistance to cold damage, but he doesn't need to wear clothes really to stay warm because he's got that inner fire. Still, this is testing him. Roll, go ahead and roll investigation. And everybody, including Raoul, roll perception.
Okay. Investigation.
Perception.
Or perception first.
Wait, we're all rolling
rolling
perception?
Yes.
Yes, everybody perception and roll also investigation. Because he asked questions.
Oh.
You know that technically there's not just passive perception, but also all kinds of passive skills like passive investigation and passive insight.
Yes.
Which if I was a computer, I would keep track of, but I'm not going to do that.
You're not a computer?
I'm not.
Oh.
Who's this William guy we've been playing with this whole time?
Thought it was a computer.
I'm an AI DM.
That's why you like AI art.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Right. Well, these look human-made. Looking over signs of wear and tear, it seems like they've been here for quite a while. The fire to the right, though, is much more recent. It's not still warm, but it's a lot newer than the rest of the place.
Daniel, are you watching the game currently?
I am.
Do you see Prince popping off?
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I have Prince, by the way.
Nice.
That's punishment for what I can only assume is a League reference. So
It is.
you instantly die. No.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'll just play this game by myself, guys.
I'm here.
Sure. It looks like everyone except for Spencer is aware. Well, normally aware. Arcanon and Arv, listening closely, paying attention. You can see that there are some footprints leading to the north. I'll go ahead and draw them on the map. Very faint. Why is this moving all over the place?
I do personally want to check out this shed. This shack.
Change. All right. Go ahead and roll investigation as well, Spencer.
All right, time to not find anything.
Ooh, oh, -1.
-1. Not bad. You find that the inside of this shack has about as much snow as the outside of it. The door is open, and winter's chill has come inside. Digging around in the snow, you find two things: a well-worn cookware kit. Looks pretty old, but still in serviceable condition. So cook's utensils, which I think you already have, but now you have two. And also a number of gold coins, just 3.
Hey, that's a fancy inn stay right there for like a night or two.
I'm going to go ahead and put the gold inside of the cook's utensils and kind of include put them in my backpack. And I'll turn around and say, "Well, we need to find whoever used to live here because they left their stuff behind."
Raoul's gonna say they've been gone for a while. You want to look for a dead guy?
They might not be dead.
Yeah,
Arcanon's gonna be like, you guys might want to be careful, by the way. You never know who calls this place home these days.
Yeah, like a hag.
Sorry, Curtis. Curtis, I think you cut out.
I heard everything.
And maybe
Well, I didn't, and I'm the only one that matters.
Your mom.
She also matters. Thank you.
Arcanon said, you may want to be careful. You never know
weird with
who
my screen.
inhabits these places these days.
Anyway, Arv looks like he's investigating footprints off to the north.
Yep. Looking.
Arcanon, you've also noticed these footprints. Will you follow along or stay behind with Hephaestus? Or
Nah, I'm following along.
decide that you've had enough of these people and blow them all away with your
Following
sorcerer magic?
along.
Hey, why is everybody moving up north? All right.
Because we don't
I guess
listen.
we don't have. I guess we don't have time to look around. So
How fresh are the footprints?
Yeah.
And how many?
what footprints, Raoul?
Huh?
You don't see no footprints. You and I don't see no footprints.
I rolled a 14. William said everyone but Spencer.
And then he said Arcanon and Raoul see the footprints.
Arcanon and
Danny is
Arv.
correct, Brittany. Listen up.
Yeah, well, did you hear what he
Yeah,
said? Because he
Arcanon
said Arcanon and Raoul, so everyone's not
Arcanon
listening.
and Arv.
All right,
Did say Arcanon and Arv.
but I'll
We're
follow
all failing
everyone.
perception tonight.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Off to the left, you see well-worn ballista. Heavy weapon for ballistae, however it's pronounced. Rudimentary fences thrown up out of local timber. Everything in ruins.
Ruins, okay. Good to know.
I believe that's a trebuchet.
Looks like a big crossbow to me.
It doesn't
That's
look
why
like
I
it
said
shoots no
ballista.
bolts. Very well.
I do have a
Everybody
really
roll
big. Oh,
history.
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 oh, good thing I'm really good at history too.
I'm not bad at history.
Don't you guys miss when you had a wizard in the party who would ace these
Well,
things?
We don't
Although,
need that.
Raoul, your history with military things has you remembering what everyone else does not. That the lower reaches of Widowmaker and of many of the mountains in Netheril were the sites of ancient wars against the orcs,
Oh.
as the Netheries were exterminating those who had tormented them for so long
Oh,
before they had
yes.
magic.
Cosmic. Yeah, Ra's gonna turn to everyone and say, don't worry about it, it's just old war gear. Just keep going. And he's gonna point
Okay.
to Spencer's backpack and say, I'm sure that guy's long gone.
Is it snowing currently?
Yeah, a very little.
Is it windy?
Yes.
Has it been snowing very little for a little bit?
Oh, yes.
How deep are these footprints?
Few inches.
Hmm. Okay. Do they look snow swept?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, I appreciate these really pale lines that I probably wouldn't have noticed if I didn't zoom in.
That's why you need high perception.
Real perception, yeah. I approve.
I plan to use passive traits or like passive perception, passive intelligence, wisdom, etc. in my campaign whenever that ends up happening.
Those are good for
Plan to use it
stealth
quite
and
a
stuff.
bit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'd have a comment about that. Anyway, leading off to the north, faint, fairly deep for footprints and snow swept.
do they look humanoid?
Did you ever roll investigation?
He did not.
Right,
Oh yeah, I never rolled investigation.
Arv, go ahead and roll that investigation. And you can have
Ooh.
advantage.
Ooh. Advantage.
Because you're asking a lot of really detailed, interesting questions. Well, it didn't boost you this
I'm
time.
going to actually add a d6 to that.
All right, for your cosmic omen, giving you a
Right.
20.
Well,
Judging
if I
by
roll the d6 enough,
right,
which I did.
Hey, look.
Wow.
look at that. He's amazing.
I
William
truly
just
am.
Remind me
fudged the numbers.
what cosmic omen does.
Whenever you finish a long rest, roll a die, which I actually didn't have to roll it there, but the last one that I did, the last long rest, I rolled it when we were in battle. I did also get an even. Roll a die until you finish your next long rest. You gain a special reaction based on the die roll for a wheel, which is an even number. Whenever a creature you see within 30 feet of you is about to make an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, you can use your reaction to roll a d6 and add the number rolled to that total. And the same goes for the odd, except I can
Woe for
subtract
the
it.
enemy.
Yes.
Very good. All right, Arv, about these footprints. Based on the size of the footprints, the gait, the distance from each other, and the depth, you determine that these are dwarven footprints.
Hmm.
Dwarves are allied with Netheril, or at least most of them are. They're at least not enemies. And they're often used as soldiers, mercenaries, scouts, and in many other functions.
I was gonna
Not least
like
for their blacksmithing.
crouch down and look at the footprint and taste some of the snow on the footprint and everything. Except you don't see him taste it, you just. And then also how Spencer's been up this mountain before since he's leading us up.
What do you think, Annie? I forgot your name.
Sorry, I apologize. What was the question?
You've been up this mountain before, right?
Yes, I have. I didn't hear Zach's question. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Arv's gonna ask Spencer. He's gonna say, Spencer, were there have you encountered, or he's gonna say, how many times have you been up this mountain?
Spencer's gonna say that he's been he's been working around this mountain for about 6 months now, and he's been up and down this far a couple dozen times.
I was going to say, have you ever encountered dwarves here? And point to the footprints.
I was gonna ask the DM if that is something that Spencer would have encountered in his normal adventurings around the mountain.
Yes. They
Uh,
are commonly used as muscle for groups moving around the mountain.
Spencer's gonna nod and say, "Well, when I first came here,
Think so.
there was a dwarf
What was that?
in my group,
Sure.
and after that, as I've lived around here for a little bit, yeah, I have seen plenty of other dwarves move in around here."
All right. One more question about the footprints. Is it a single file line of just one body?
Single file, yes. Although, from your expert investigation, you see that while you do see evidence that there are more than one person in the single file, it looks like they were trying to step into their predecessor's footprints, whether to hide their numbers or just for practicality with the snow. It's not clear. But you are able to deduce that 2 people.
That the path has been tread more than one time. Spencer. I was going to ask, should we be concerned?
Spencer will kind of shrug and say, "Well, that depends. As far as I'm aware, unless they live in the caverns underneath Widowmaker, the dwarves aren't necessarily living on this mountain. At least none that I've seen. They're usually hired as part of groups as muscle. So if there's dwarves, they might be as part of a group escorting people like I'm escorting you. Although I doubt they're trying to go for the top. Or there was a group passing through. But as far as I'm aware, there shouldn't be hostile dwarves."
Very well, says Arf, and then he will continue onward.
Arcanon's following closely
Alright.
behind.
1 second. Stocking some stuff. Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying.
Completely worried about it.
Alright. That should be enough ancient dragons.
Ah, yes.
Alright, everybody move to position as you move your way up along the mountain.
Oh, I'm moving.
What is this?
Oh, that wood?
Ah, yes, wood.
Alright, stop there, Arv, because now you're going to encounter a person.
Boy?
All right.
Actually, everybody,
Probably.
go ahead and
Yeah,
roll perception again. I mean, that's one of the options. That's a sawn wood 2x4.
Gotcha.
Arcanon is walking and he's like rubbing his
I guess
upper
it'd be
arms.
more like a 2x10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
cold.
cold.
It's on the map.
Oh!
True. Shee!
Our dumb casters are semi
Alright.
distracted.
I got a 20.
Looks like everyone except for Arcanon,
Idiot.
and
I'm-
especially
I'm-
Spencer.
A little too cold.
A boy?
A boy. Alright. Everyone except for Spencer will see him before he calls out. You can see a dwarven man.
Is he looking at us?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll draw
He's
my bow whenever I
emerged
see
from the
him.
snow, and is armed with a heavy crossbow, which he now he's not pointing it at you,
Oh, I'm pointing at him,
but he
knocked and
does.
everything.
But it does have it ready to go. He's unintimidated by you, Arf. Spencer, you will also get a little extra information, which I will whisper over to you.
Wait, did this guy say anything to us?
He says, "Halt there, travelers,
Um,
as the mountain is closed today."
You
I'm
close a whole
gonna-
mountain.
I'm gonna raise my hand, like wave, and I'm gonna kind of like look at you guys, be like, "Let me handle this."
What'd you say, Brittany?
I said, how do you close a whole mountain? That came out before Arcanon waved at me.
And he says, by order of Lady Rindra,
Oh,
whose
did y'all?
intention is to be the first to climb this mountain. Therefore, you common folk will have to leave.
Ugh, this just got worse with every word.
Okay, so I'm gonna wave at him, and I'm gonna say, excuse me, I just and we have a very important task at hand, very urgent, and why do you need to be the first to climb this mountain, if I may ask? Just a friendly question.
You're alive.
Did William have me muted?
I think William hates you.
Raul, go ahead and roll history.
Okay, and can you hear
Yeah,
Curtis?
I think William has me muted.
I can't hear Curtis very well at all.
I think you have him muted because I can
No, I
hear
think he just
fine.
has him lowered.
Oh, yeah, you should probably turn him up a little bit.
I heard him. Yeah, his volume's at max. I'm hearing him in bits and pieces. I can hear everyone else just fine, but for some reason, for me, Curtis is coming in and out.
That's weird.
Well,
he said a whole thing.
Can you just relay what I said?
He said, we have an urgent matter. Why does your lady have to reach the mountain first? Here's my history.
If he might ask, he says.
I said it in a friendly way, though.
Yeah, Raul. And Arcanon, he says that Lady Rindra is the daughter of Lord Pendaloo, Archwizard of Shootaminathro. Says, she is set off the mountain. She says that, in order to be the first, she's paid us to, keep others from the summit. He says, I'm sorry, but this is my job.
I was going to say, how much does she pay you? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're loaded.
Go ahead and roll what? Persuasion?
Go ahead and roll charisma.
Charisma?
Yep, just flat charisma.
Ah, yes.
Wow.
All right.
I'm gonna say.
With that, he says.
I'll unknock my bow as I say that too.
Yeah. With that, he goes ahead and puts away his crossbow. He says, 100 gold apiece. Good work if you can get it.
Can I roll insight, see if he's lying?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
He seems truthful to you. He seems weary and honestly as though he doesn't really like what he's doing. But as he said, he has a job.
Arcanon does not think that
Can't hear Curtis at all.
Arcanon does not think that
Everyone else can, but William. Um,
He does not think that what?
I don't know
trying
yet.
No.
to-
Curtis, why don't you cuddle with your wife just right next to the microphone
no, I'm
so
good.
then I can hear you?
Yeah, that seems pretty weird.
I will type. Tell him I'll type.
He's gonna type. Watch out, he's typing.
Curtis can't type.
I think
William, are you sure he's not muted for you? Because that makes no sense.
Yeah, no, he can hear him. He just is in and out.
no. Yeah, like I haven't heard anything of the last bit that he said. I haven't heard him for a couple of minutes.
Very weird.
Volume's maximum. He's not muted. The only thing I'm noticing on Discord is that Vexera is deafened. I'm gonna go ahead and restart Discord and see what happens.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I heard a little bit of Curtis. Curtis,
All right, Curtis.
What?
Do that thing where you move your mouth and words come out.
oh crap. Okay, I have to remember how to do that again.
okay, I can hear Curtis now. I don't know what
Nice.
happened, but here we are.
Thank
Okay,
goodness.
all right. So he explained that he's being paid 100 gold.
Arcanaut's gonna say, I'm, before we get in the matters, I'm curious of what was the lady's name or whatever?
Says Lady Rindra.
Yeah, so Arcanaut's gonna say, um, I'm curious, why does Lady Rindra need to get to the summit of this particular mountain so much?
Says, darned if I know. Says she just got the idea in her head that once this mountain never been climbed, she's obsessed with doing it first. She's not even a climber. Has got a whole company there supporting her. As some rich thing, I think.
So I'm gonna say let me speak with my group real quick. And I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna kind of beckon Arv to get a little bit closer as I'm kind of like huddled in talking with everyone. Um and Argon's gonna say, if we we could just tell this guy, that we're not interested, turn back, get to perhaps a spot that he can't see, and then I can just teleport us, around like 500 feet up the mountain.
Rao's gonna
Outside of his vision range.
Rao's gonna say, or we can offer to help.
Spencer's also going to, at this point out, kind of like gesture towards the other tree and say, well, considering he has at least one other person hiding over that way, there's no telling if they'll just be more up the mountain and they'll try to shoot us anyway.
I'm gonna look at Ryle, like kind of ignoring a bit what Spencer said. And I'm saying, help. Perhaps that is the best plan. And Argon's gonna go back and up, and I'm gonna say, what if we offer to be recruited to your cause and help you keep the mountain safe from intruders until Lady Rindra arrives?
Says, oh, lady, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Very easy. Well, still a little easy.
Can I add?
Uh,
Can I add and say, you never know what dangers might need a couple extra swords?
Sure, Arcanon, go ahead and roll again because you have advantage.
Hey. Hey.
Okay.
Roll, you're worthless.
Yeah, he knows.
Hearing Spencer call out his companion, this guy is going to come down off the mountain, slide down, and now he's a little bit closer. He also nods to the tree line, and a second dwarf emerges from his hiding spot. Alright. He says, "Well, brother, it's not my call." Says, "However, if you want to speak with the lady, she's right up ahead."
Ooh, okay. Arcanon is gonna say, "Guys, let me do the talking. Let's go meet this lady.
Uh,
I'm sure I could woo her over to our side."
I'm going to request that everybody make a quick perception check.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I was so close to a 20.
What the heck?
Oh,
Zach.
Arv, make a
What?
quick perception check.
Yeah. Perception.
Oh,
Holy crap.
okay. So, uh,
You want to
Arv
step into
is the
wisdom?
only one to notice this, but when Arcanon suggests going and talking to the lady who is, and I don't know if she is an archwizard or is the daughter of an archwizard, but is very closely related to an archwizard. Arv, you notice Spencer's expression darken considerably, and he is gripping Doomwaker very hard, like white knuckle grip.
This won't be
What was
a problem at all.
last said? Just Arcanon saying maybe we should go meet him or talk to him.
We
Yeah.
said maybe we should offer to help. And yeah, let's talk
And
to
And
her.
then I said, "Yeah, we should probably meet this lady. I'm sure we could convince her."
Convince her to let us up the mountain.
Yes.
Convince her to
I
let us
doubt
help
that.
her. To let us help her up the mountain because it's dangerous.
Oh. And what did these guys say to that?
They said we don't really know.
They
You'll have
said-
to talk to her. She's right up ahead.
And they're not the people who make those decisions.
Um,
Guy in the left says, "We will require you to keep your weapons away, if it's not too much to ask." Looking particularly at you, Arv.
Arv's gonna say, he's gonna say, I think it unwise to, end quote him and say, keep our weapons away in a place like this around strangers. I would expect you all to have your weapons out as well.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Well,
Says, "How about our camp, our rules? Sound fair?"
Raoul will go up to Arv and put his hand on his shoulder and say, we'll be fine.
Alright.
Arv's gonna say, or Arv's just gonna, I guess, put his bow back on his back. And he's gonna look towards Spencer.
Spencer's weapon is still sheathed, but his hand is still on the hilt.
All right. It's fine.
Arcanon's still gonna say, uh, Arcanon's gonna say, trust me, I know how to talk to people.
Just don't say anything stupid.
I would never, he says.
Arv ignores Arcanon. And he'll walk to these guys.
I will be staying near the front and, like, having Hephaestus right behind me. Like, ushering him behind me. Actually, I'll be near the back. I don't want to be that close to everyone.
Blonde dwarf on the right is going to say, "Follow me. My companion there will bring up the rear."
Follow me.
He starts the slow trudge up the mountain. However,
Trudging.
as the party ascends the mountain, Hephaestus there is in view, and this dwarf at the back, he raises his crossbow, shouts to Raoul, "Behind you!" and lets loose
Uh,
the bolt.
Loose is it?
Yeah, he's opening fire.
Oh my goodness. Can I like?
Got a 20.
Man, I
It
wish I
wasn't
was
a
a monk
natural
right
20,
now.
but
True.
he still got him.
Man,
It's like
okay.
the one thing that monks are actually fun to do.
Yeah. Idiot.
I might try a tank monk.
Where I was gonna say, you're telling us
Shot
not to
Hephaestus, who
use.
took 4 damage.
Okay. Raoul's gonna cure wounds really quick on him and say, "You told us to keep our weapons sheathed, and you're just shooting stuff that's right next to me. It's with us."
Says, "Get clear." He's loading his
Spencer.
Arcanon's gonna say that dragon's with us.
Yeah, this guy don't
Spencer
listen.
Spencer is actually going to step right in front of him. I'm like 4 feet taller than him, and I'm going to unsheath my sword and stick it in the ground in front of him, and say, "If you shoot another crossbow at that dragon, it will be the last crossbow you shoot, the last bolt you shoot."
Go ahead and roll intimidation. I would give you advantage for the height difference. Except he doesn't care. He's a dwarf.
He is a dwarf. What's this guy doing?
He's trying to get a better view of the situation, although he's preparing his crossbow as well.
Okay.
Also, I'm like covering Hephaestus, and I healed him also, by the way.
If he does anything with his crossbow, I'm going to knock my bow like right in his face. Like,
I actually do have
arrow in bow
advantage.
pulled back.
I have advantage from, let's see, which one?
So many runes.
Oh wait, actually, I think. Let me see if it's written here.
From the sword.
Huh. Okay, so I believe it is the rune is inscribed on the sword. I'm gonna have to write that down because that's just something fun. But I do have advantage, and there's a rune inscribed on the sword. So I put down, I like stick the sword in the ground, and you guys can see that it's kind of glowing grayish. And for everybody, it just seems absolutely much more menacing than you would expect.
Is a tower of fear. Anyway, it works. And this dwarf steps back and he tries to raise his crossbow at you. But it seems like he can't will himself to threaten such a threatening figure. Anyway, he calls out in anger, "It's a red dragon!" Says, "What are you doing with a red dragon carrying it into our camp?"
Raoul's
That's a
gonna
menace.
ignore that guy because he doesn't listen and whisper to Spencer and say, maybe the dragon and I should just hang back while you guys go chat. I don't want any wizards scoping me out either.
Sure. Spencer picks his sword back up and sheaths it again. And he walks up to sorry, I was just watching something. He'll walk up to the dwarf and say, "You were right. That or he'll say something to the effect of, you ask us to sheathe our to keep our weapon sheathed. That is fine. We ask you to trust that we have this dragon under control." No, we would not be traveling with it if we were not prepared.
All right. Rolling off your check from earlier, you will accept your words. He says, I'll give a dwarf some warning next time. He does not apologize, but instead backs up behind you. Says, forward then, into camp with the lizard.
I'm going to ignore that the guy earlier said that his guy was going to bring up the rear, and I'm going to be in line with him with the dragon behind me.
You guys just keep like rolling behind each other.
Yeah.
Spencer is pretty far back. He's still following everybody, but he is dragging his feet a bit.
Also, when that lady appears, can you tell me, because I want to be a specific magical distance behind her in case she has detect things.
Alright. You guys are now approach. The mouse is doing crazy things.
Crazy
Converted
things.
controls or something. Tell me how to do these guys individually.
Most doing crazy things.
Yeah, okay. Looks like I have to do them individually. Figure out what the deal with this is later. But you guys are approaching what looks like the ruins of an old fortification. However, some very much not ruined humans are all there standing guard, all leveraging their own weapons. Crossbows and bows of various sizes.
Hmm.
One moment.
It would only take 1,600 gold to pay these guys off.
Wait, I have 131 platinum.
What on?
That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
you're
should try
almost
not
there.
to pay these people off.
also, I'll move up.
Alright, and we're back.
Okay. Where does this guy end up stopping?
He's going to stop at about here. And one of the guys in the front calls out that the eagle flies high. And Raydrak responds.
Wait, this back guy, I mean.
Oh. Yeah, he's going to... He's waiting for you to go first. He is quite intent on taking up the rear.
I'm not going farther than that ahead of him.
Alright, then he's going to very slowly step behind you. He says, pick up the pace.
You just keep brake checking him.
Yeah. Alright, I'm assuming it'll continue like this until like here.
Alright. Anyway, Raydrak calls out that no, a guy in the front rank calls out, the eagle flies high, and Raydrak says, and swoops under the mountain. Says, you may pass. Little code word. And with that, you guys are admitted deeper into the fortifications.
Do any of these guys look like wizards? Or just melee people?
Go ahead and roll insight.
Oh, I will.
You can have advantage.
Advantage. That's really good.
That's really good.
I'll take
You managed to
advantage.
roll slightly better.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks like most of these are more martial types.
Okay. Most?
They also look rather haggard and worn.
Okay,
Also
well,
bored.
this lady's a jerk. And stupid. And I'll go in. Spencer going in?
All right.
Yep.
Spencer, or okay. As Raydrak enters the fortifications, you see a female white dragonborn above here. Calls out to Raydrak, who I'll go ahead and label now. Says, Raydrak, who are these? Says, some travelers. They thought that they might join our cause. Says, I don't know about that, but I decided to take them to the lady. Says, that's bold, but we have enough numbers to control just a few of these ragtag ruffians. Says, yeah. And leads you inside.
William,
Through the ancient portcullis. Yeah?
can I pull the blanket farther over Hephaestus so, like, someone has to actually look hard to tell it's a dragon?
I suppose you could try to pass it off as a weird dog.
Yeah.
What the dog doing?
Don't look at my baby like that.
Alright. You go ahead and do the best you can, and
Okay.
later I'll have you do a delayed roll to see how well it worked.
Okay, I'm gonna put that to remind us of such things.
Alright. You guys are going all the way in. I'm just moving the tokens slowly.
Okay. White Dragonborn, huh? She looks cool.
Yeah. Stepping inside, you see one race that hasn't appeared in the campaign
Man, they
yet,
called
I
us
think.
ragtag. Look at these guys.
Alright. Coming up on the left, you guys see a race which I think hasn't appeared in the campaign yet. A bunch of white cat people. Who look pretty tall and wide. Not quite as tall as Spencer here. And a lot leaner. Go ahead and roll nature to see if you recognize them.
Also, do these guys, are they glaring at us or they just all look tired? Like, do they look like jerks? Jerk mercenaries or like working mercenaries that are just trying to make money?
Jerks? Are they jerksenaries or
Jerksenaries.
worksenaries?
Yeah, exactly.
Kill me.
Go ahead
Jerksenaries
and
or
roll insight
worksenaries.
roll.
I ain't working with no jerksenaries. Only worksenaries.
Did you say insight?
Insight, and I'll let you have advantage.
Heck yeah.
Because of your history.
Heck yeah.
Spencer, if you want to roll as well, you can roll with advantage.
Insight? Sure. I'll still take a roll. I also rolled 20 on my nature.
Yeah. Alright, Spencer, you know that these guys here are a very rare and rather new
Spencer
race
or
here
me?
in this region. Talking to Spencer.
Oh, the nature, okay.
Yep, these guys off to the left, you see 3 Tabaxi,
Nice.
which are a new and very rarely seen race here. Alright,
Look at
anyway,
those
you guys have
guys.
been admitted. You've been admitted to the camp. Raydrak is bringing you to the central fire here.
Okay, are they jerksenaries? Because this is important.
It looks like they're bored.
Okay. But
They look tough. They look like they'd be willing to scrap with somebody at a moment's notice, but maybe not evil.
okay, they're not like glaring at us, leering at us, some would say.
They're not leering. They're not leering at you. They're not wearing skull necklaces like some people.
Hey.
They don't look cartoonishly evil, if that's what you mean.
Perfect.
Whoops.
Okay.
Well,
Where is this chick? Because I don't want to be that close to her.
Alright. He brings you to the fire, and you see 2 figures. You see a human female on the other side. Looks kind of pale, long dark hair done up in a bun behind her head. And also another Tabaxi, although this one has a lot more hair around the head. A mane, very lion-like.
Well, being 60
That looks
feet
like
is
they're
not gonna-
having an animated discussion. As you come up, you hear her say that, I don't care about the conditions. You can only be here for so long. I've only paid you for this amount, and you're going to be getting me up the mountain then. The lion type guy says, Lady, please understand. There's no royal road up this mountain. No one's ever done it before. Says, we must wait, until after the storm passes. She says that is unacceptable. Find a way.
Hate
At
this girl
about this
already.
point, you guys arrive. She looks over the lion guy's shoulder. She says, looks at each of you. She says, you're dismissed. Let me see these, newcomers.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
back at the gang
gang
just
just to let them know again with my facial expression to let me do the talking.
All right. Arv, are you up with the rest of the group, or are you hanging back? Zach? Oh,
I'm here.
up there? All right.
Hmm.
Says, Dwarf, why have you brought these people into my presence? You're being paid to keep them off the mountain, not bring them to camp. Says, well, that's just it, my lady. They've offered to join our company. Says, oh, is that right? Looks over at Arcanon and gives him a smile. Says, well, who might you be?
Who's this cute hunk?
I'm gonna bow. I'm gonna say uh, Arcanon, at your service. I'm gonna say we were also planning on tackling this mountain when we heard uh that there was someone here with the same idea. And he's gonna say perhaps we could be beneficial to each other in accomplishing that.
Says, well, I'll tell you right now, I will be going up first. Says, if you want to go up second, that's fine. But I'll require to beat you by a certain amount. As for history will remember the first, but not the second.
Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say of course, of course. Um, I I would never, I would never want to take that away. But is that all you when you get to the top? Um, is that is that all you plan on doing? Is it just climbing to the summit and then leaving, or coming to the peak and then leaving?
Go ahead and roll insight. She says, my, what a curious question.
Um, hey, what's my my insight's pretty good.
Anyone else who wants to check this out can roll as well.
What are we checking out?
Insight if you want. If you are looking into her motivations.
Sheesh.
I am not rolling insight. Spencer does not care.
All right. It looks like everybody rolled high enough. With your super high modifiers. Argonon, it looks like before your question, she hadn't considered doing anything more, merely summiting and leaving. Now she says, well, I suppose I might erect a statue of myself or something to commemorate the occasion. As there may be something of the Emperor, something in good taste, I assume. Looking out upon our lands beneath.
I'm gonna say I'm going to I'm gonna be frank with you, most honorable Lady Rindra. Um,
You smell and I hate you.
Everybody
um,
roll initiative.
um, I was gonna say we are the there's a legend that a legendary or mythical Kirin is found on
Oh
the top
my
of these
goodness. Ral is
mountains.
glaring at Arcanon.
Argon's not looking at you, so he doesn't know or doesn't care. He's gonna say, he's gonna say, we will, we won't try to impede you from reaching the peaks first. He says that is not our intent at all, and we wish you the best in that endeavor. In fact, but all we ask is to um, allow us the opportunity to uh meet with this Kieran without interruption.
He looks at you for a moment. He says, you're serious, aren't you? Says, ah, a bunch of legend chasers. That's amusing. Says, well, I suppose there are worse reasons for climbing. But now, Arcanon, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Um. Okay. I'm gonna roll, but I do want to respond to
Okay.
what she said.
Okay. 1 second. 1 second. Can I once before you do that? Sorry. Okay, sorry. I am activating and giving you advantage on this persuasion check because this is kind of an important check. I activate my storm
Hey.
room. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Hey, 24 is better than 20. Okay.
This is true. It was almost a 30,
But I
but
do want to respond to that. Um, I'm gonna say yes. I understand. It may sound kind of ridiculous that we're just chasing a legend, but um, uh, if by any chance the legend has any truth to it, I only ask that um, you let us be the ones to encounter it.
Says, well, I don't care what you do if you find your mythical lizard. Says, whether it's there or not, it's no matter to me. As only I will summit first.
Can I roll perception or
Insight?
insight to see if, because I feel like she also wants to meet the thing and she's just lying.
Go ahead and roll insight.
I am going to give. I'm gonna give Arv. Um, hold on. I'm gonna
Bending
give
luck.
him Bend Luck. Um, so you can roll an extra 1d4 on that.
Mm.
Yes.
20.
Oh my.
Arv, as you survey her face, find that she doesn't like the idea of the Kirin. Something about it has put a knot in her stomach. But she's able to maintain her composure and present her smiling face to the rest of you. You're not sure exactly what about it she doesn't like. You can't read her mind. But you do see a twinge of disgust.
Okay. Duly noted.
Wait, where's Fibic in all of this?
Dead?
He dead.
Oh, that's right. We killed him.
No. He got eaten by a dragon, completely unrelated.
He got melted by a dragon.
Yeah.
Burned. Dust.
Dusty. Oh. Oh, is that the music bot?
It was. We ran out of music.
No.
I'll go ahead and fix that.
Okay.
Alright, Arv, if you want to do anything with that information, you can. But she's now, Lady Rindra says, well, you've told me what you want me to do for you. But what are you going to do for me?
So Archon's going to say, I overheard that that you may have that the people you hired are not so savvy in bringing you up the mountain themselves, due to the bad weather up ahead. He says, I consider myself to be quite a powerful sorcerer, and this group themselves could probably hold their own and then some against your strongest mercenaries here. He says, um, he says, how about you let us be your entourage, and uh, we won't charge you a penny. We only ask that you keep your promise as we keep to ours.
Rolling off
That's a good.
persuasion from before.
That's a good one.
Rolling off persuasion from before says, well, that sounds very good if it's true. However, I'll need some demonstration of skill. Especially if I'm going to hire these ones back here. Looks at the rest of the party with their low charisma scores.
Yeah, man.
And
We're all ugly.
breaks their smile.
Spencer just glares at her.
I'm gonna
I'm
say,
gonna say,
what do you need us to do?
Says, I don't know, show off. Says, if you're such a great sorcerer, let's see some sorcery. And these other can wave around their swords or whatever they do.
All right, I will. I will.
Power within.
Okay, I am going to cast. I'm going to cast lightning bolt, but a twinned spell lightning bolt. And kind of target both of these trees.
All right. Normally, I don't think that spell can be twinned, but I'll allow it because it's cool.
Can it not be twinned?
Yeah, because you can
Twin
hit more than
spell.
one person with it.
Yeah, twin spell usually requires that it's a targeted spell with a target of
true.
1.
That's true. No. I can do something else. Hold on.
All right.
All right.
I mean, I was gonna allow it because it's cool.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because you're allowing it. All right. What do you
Alright.
want me to roll?
Well,
Oh,
nothing. You
okay.
just do it because it's your ability. Anyway,
Okay.
you blast the trees, and she puts her hands up to her ears, unexpectedly takes a step back, looks back at the trees, which are now on fire. Also, a bunch of the mercenaries are running over with their weapons. Before stopping. Looks back at you, and she's got a big smile. She says, "Impressive indeed," says, "a silver tongue and a magic hand, I see. Also, roll wild magic."
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh no. Do I have to roll it twice for twin spell, or is it still just once?
It's just one
Once.
casting, so.
Okay.
Mm.
That was so close. That was so close.
close. You might have summoned a unicorn.
I mean, that
Um,
would have been good, honestly.
We wouldn't have even had to
Cast
do anything.
fireball on self, heal her, and the entire camp attack too.
Isn't there one that summons the meteor spell too? The small meteors. I have to
No,
look.
I don't think so. Anyway,
Matthew beat me by 0.016. Cheater.
I saw that. But here's the thing. Also, Zach, is the thing updates after a few hours, like
That's
for
true.
any corrections. So there's a chance.
There is a chance.
Raoul's
Continue.
gonna go last because he is gonna pretend like he didn't hear her.
What are we doing? Casting spells?
We're showing off
She
our
wants-
skills, so she hires us.
yeah, she wants you to show off to make sure that you're worth hiring. Says, "Very well." Looks over at the group there. Says, "Well, your leader has impressed me, but what about
Yeah,
you
the
all?"
leader, baby.
She also
I'm
turns
gonna-
and she casts a ray of frost on the trees to extinguish the flames
I'm going to
as the next
summon.
brave soul approaches.
I'm going to use Summon Draconic Spirit.
Cool. I'm gonna get you a ghost dragon or something.
Manifests in an occupied space. Its corporeal form uses the Draconic Spirit stat block when you cast a spell, blah, 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 blah. I could choose between chromatic, gem, or metallic.
Well, I'm gonna give you this literal dragon ghost,
That'll do it.
and I'll give you control so you can summon it where you like. There you go.
How big is it?
It should say in the spell.
It says that it shares the stat block with the dragon, so I'm assuming it's dragon size.
No, it should
Let me
be
see.
medium actually.
Oh, here it is.
I'm pretty sure it's medium.
Large
It's like
dragon.
a draconic
Large.
large dragon. Very well. It is. What is up with my mouse? That big. And you can summon it wherever you want.
That's
Within
pretty
the
cool.
casting distance.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll also. I can't do 2 concentration spells at once, right?
That's right.
Okay. I'll summon that, and then I'll desummon it, and then I'll cast Conjure Minor Elementals as well.
That one takes a minute to cast, but it should work anyway. You care what
It does.
elementals you get?
I'll do Minor Elementals and see what she looks like when I do that.
Okay. You want me to like roll for what elementals you get?
You can just make up whatever you want right now. I'm going to despawn them as soon as they spawn anyway.
Okay. I'm looking it up, but I think that when you shut down that spell, they actually don't go away, but they just become wild.
Oh no. Disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
is good. Anyway, I won't put the extra work into it. You summon up a group of mephits, little elemental creatures representing a joining between the elements. There's a magma mephit and smoke and steam all lined up in a row. These long-nosed goblinoid creatures.
Hmm.
He says,
then-
"Ah, some."
Yeah.
Says, "Oh, a summoner. What an interesting masked man."
And then I will desummon them and then make my big old large dragon. And I'll
Wait,
have him
you're
perch.
summoning
I'll have
the-
him perch right here.
He flipped the order.
Yeah, I just changed the order.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and drop him back in then. There we go. Says, ah, a summoner. Conjuration wizard, I see.
This idiot.
Says, a
Stupid.
noble school. I can't. Why is my mouse doing what I want it to do? Anyway, there's a big dragon there.
Yes, there is.
There we go.
What in oblivion is that?
Rao's gonna say, I'll spar with someone and tap his sword, but I only use my other skills in times of danger, not to show off. I'd use it to protect my group or other people I'm traveling with, so that would include you, if that's what you chose to do.
Alright. Now I need a Tabaxi name. So I'll look that up in a second. But, Spencer, if you want to impress, now's the time.
Spencer
gives her a cold stare and says, I do not perform.
Alright. Go ahead and roll charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
If I say something, can I give him I guess it's a saving throw, right?
This is
Yeah.
long enough that this is long enough that I'm going to use my reaction to give myself advantage on this as part of my.
I'm gonna also.
It's been too long.
I'm going to give you. Whoa, a plus d6.
All right, I don't get advantage on this because it's been more than a minute, and that's only active for a minute. So,
What you get? +5, which is really good. Well, not
it
bad.
would be really good.
17 isn't bad.
No, it's 12. The plus. I don't have a +6 charisma save.
Oh, I see.
The +6 includes it.
I see. 12.
12 total.
For that, she kind of wrinkles her nose, looks at Arcanon, and she says, "Not that one, I think. He can stay."
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, oh, I think
It's a
I'm
poor
gonna say, oh,
mercenary who
trust
doesn't
me,
take her.
trust me. That one's I'm gonna say that one's worth it. And I'm gonna lean in closer and say, sometimes you need some fodder, you know.
Arb's gonna say, besides, ask your caboose dwarf down there. Stopped him right in his tracks. With just a stare.
Caboose dwarf.
Caboose dwarf.
It's pretty great.
Got him.
Alright. Arcanon, go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage because of caboose dwarf.
Baboose.
Persuasion with advantage.
Sheesh.
Hey!
A 30.
Look at that caboose dwarf advantage.
Good old 30.
She was just going to accept Arcanon's word for it, but now, with the natural 20, she looks over and she says, "Marry me."
Spencer's stealing everybody's hearts.
Oh, mysterious wizard or
As
sorcerer.
I could really go for some guac right now.
Yeah. On second thought, guac would hit the spot.
As well, you do look like you know so many things. Says, "I'll take your word for it." Says, "But you," looks at Spencer. Says, "A good mercenary follows orders. It's literally the first thing. As we'll keep you on. But even if you won't perform, you'll do as I tell you. Understood?"
Spencer literally just keeps staring at her. But like in a cold way, not in, a good way. Like I will murder you in your not quite murder you in your sleep, but like I
hate you.
or I dislike everything about you kind of way.
As leans over to Arcanon and she says, "Well, I know who's going in the front."
I'm gonna say that's why we keep them.
And then Arp says, "Well, actually, using a wolf formation, one of the strongest should be the front."
Alright. Lastly, to what Raoul said earlier, willing to fight but not willing to use magic for just whatever. Calls out 7 Thundercloud. At which point the lion type Boxy comes over. Says, "Yes, my lady." Says, "That one over there, in the back with the... Do you have your mask on?"
Of course I have my mask on.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Says, "That one with the mask." Says, "He's asked for an opponent." Says, "Could you toss him around?" And he says, "Finally, some action."
How strong does this guy look?
Oh, he's huge.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty strong, so compared to my secret strength, that doesn't look like I'm that strong.
Let me
Secret.
see if I have anything I could potentially secretly cast on you.
Undead strength. I have some things I could secretly cast on her.
Oh,
this
You
one-
guys
one-
could use your...
I
I have
something that
something that
only
only utilizes verbal components. But it would
uses
cost...
verbal
What?
components. You're standing next to the lady.
You just have to say, "Yeah, go!"
Standing next to the daughter of an archwizard who probably knows most or more of what you know.
Yeah,
Well, she doesn't know druid from a conjurer.
That's because she's an idiot.
Yeah.
Everyone's a wizard.
Anyway, Raoul, Thundercloud steps up to you. As tall, as big as you are, and as strong as you are, he looks bigger and stronger.
Oh, great.
Also, despite the cold, he's not wearing a shirt, and you can see...
Man's got
Well, he's
fur.
covered with his white fur and long mane.
All
But,
6 of his nipples are hard.
Does he have
applies to
scars?
cats. Yeah, you can see it. This guy, he looks like he could walk into the salty spittoon with no trouble.
Okay. Rao will
Without any milk.
give him a little head nod bow and say, battle hardened. Looks good. Swords or fists?
As I was thinking a little wrestling.
Wrestling. My
Says,
acrobatics.
if you're valuable to the boss, then I can't be breaking you too hard.
Chuckle and just ready stance. Make sure my mask is tight.
Says, by the way, if you cry, it'll freeze to your face, so everyone will know.
Ra will say, I don't cry.
Says, oh, you will. Alright. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Well,
Now, before he rolls Arcanon, are you giving him
Yeah.
any luck power or
yes.
I
I
will
will
give you
Spencer, any
some
runes?
bend
bend
luck.
luck.
Spells?
So you
So
add
you
a
add a
1d4
1d4
to whatever
you
you want.
want.
To whatever I
Um,
want.
My
You can
Cosmic
be
Omen
naked if you want.
works as a reaction, so would that be retroactive, or like, do I have to wait?
That only
Or do
matters
I?
like in combat, right?
Well,
Well,
I'm curious
with
anyway.
with reactions, there's always a trigger, which I think you said earlier was like when somebody within a certain distance was making a check or an
Yeah.
attack or a
So I
saving
would have to
throw.
use it beforehand, correct?
Oh, well, you're going to see him making an ability check. So
All right.
you can.
I'll use it.
Okay.
I have one more of those left after that. Oh, sheesh.
Go ahead and add your D4 and your D6 on top.
Bro, I'm gonna
So
destroy this guy. Thanks, guys.
You just like flip him by his finger.
Yeah. Slam him on the
Holy-
ground. 29.
All right, Brittany, how do you want to do this?
We're wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's
Yeah,
strength.
but come on, have some fun with it, Brit.
Yeah, okay. He's gonna. As soon as he tries to grab my arm, I'll let him, but then I'll trip him and literally
Got him.
fling him over my leg and slam him on the ground.
He dies. Roll initiative.
He's just dead.
And then I'll lean over and say, and like put my ear to his mouth and say, any whales coming out?
And he gives you a wet willy.
Yeah. Ew.
I can do this all day, says Raoul.
Yeah.
And he licks your ear. Okay. No, but you do hear a little. He's trying to restrain, but at that distance, there's nothing he can do.
He's trying to restrain what? Like a pain sound or an angry sound?
A wince.
Okay. Does he look like really hurt, like I busted him up, or he just can walk it off?
He's shocked.
Okay, that's
as is most of the crowd.
okay. And then I'll just stand up and go back to my unassuming standing. Not say anything else.
Lady Rindra laughs. Says, "Well, there's something to be said for all that muscle. Is it? What these mercenaries lack in wit, they make up for in strength."
Rude.
Turns to Arcanon and says,
This girl.
"Very well." Says, "I will have you in my employ."
I'm gonna kind of bow and say, "Happy to serve."
Says,
You get paid?
"You'll be paid."
Shing.
You'll be. She takes out a bag, reaches into it. She says, "You'll receive the same rate as the rest. 80 gold, 40 now, 40 later."
80, huh?
No, you guys heard earlier.
Yeah.
Raydrak claimed he was being paid 100, and an insight check found that to be true.
Arp's gonna laugh.
I'm
say,
I accept.
I'll take that. Arp's gonna laugh and say, 20 gold less than everyone else here? That doesn't seem like the same rate.
Arcanon's gonna be like, like, oh, just take it. Like, Arcanon's not saying that out loud, but he's like saying in his head.
Arv, go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm gonna add plus the last d6 to this as well.
Can you do that like forever, or do you...
I have 4 per long rest.
Don't sound so confident the dice will get you. Okay.
All right,
The
there's
dice
13.
won't get me. 15.
15.
That's not that bad. That's not bad, actually.
She shoots she looks daggers at you, Arv. Composes herself. She says, "Oh, yes, that's correct. This elevation must be getting to my head."
Gotti.
Very well. I'll throw in an extra 2 platinum, which is 20, which brings it up to there.
Got her.
Rao will say, "Give my share to the admin," and nod my head at Arv.
Sheesh, I'm rich. Except I'm poor.
Alright, she's going to give half now and half upon completion of the mission. So, Arcanon and Spencer, you guys can add 5 platinum, and Arv can add 10.
Sheesh.
Right, how much am I adding?
5 platinum, which is 50 gold.
I will give Raul like a 2-finger salute.
Rao will smile, but you won't be able to see it through his mask, so just kind of cock his head a little bit.
Alright.
His arms are crossed. He's just hanging out.
What time of day is it?
I remember right, you set out to... Oh, actually, we never established when you
probably
started
would have
climbing
left
the
early.
mountain. I'll go ahead and keep it simple and say it's about noon.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alright. He says, "Well, make yourself comfortable. We're not ready to set out quite yet."
Oh no, we gotta stay with these people.
Gonna be comfy.
Oh,
no. Does this guy accept my hand up?
Oh yeah, he does.
Perfect. These guys are not jerks.
At first he looks like he doesn't believe that you're real. But when he sees you gesture to help him up, he takes it and he laughs. Says, "I haven't been thrown like that since I was a kid." Also, all the other tabaxi are laughing at him. But it hasn't damaged his ego any.
Ah, the tabaxi.
He walks toward them before spinning around. He says, "What's your name?"
Just Rao.
Growl. I'll remember it. Oh, it's Santa Claus.
Yeah. Feline Santa Claus.
Walks off. Alright.
Are we
Are
getting
we
a
getting a
long
long
rest?
rest?
Well, that's up to you. There's the front part of this fortress has sturdy walls, but looking at the back, which is off the map, you can see that there are no back walls. So if you wanted to, you could just ditch them and keep going. Taking your money and running.
That's a bad
However,
idea.
if you do want to stay here, there are more than enough tents to accommodate everyone.
Well,
Arcanon
will.
will, at maybe
Vibes
after
are
like
going here.
maybe after like 30 minutes, he'll just talk to the group and say, "You know, guys, we could ditch these people if we wanted to. We've already gotten where we need,
Could very well do that.
An archwizard's daughter. You wanna do that now? When we already have enough trouble behind us?
I'm gonna say I never said that's what we should or need to do. I was just saying it is an option.
I think. How about this, Tiefling? I think that. How about?
I'm gonna
interrupt
interrupt
and
him and say,
say,
the name is Arcanon."
Yeah, whatever. How about you? You stick to the talking, the schmoozing up to the archwizards and their spawn, and we'll make the plans. How about that?
Got him.
I'm gonna say, Oh, I see what's happening. You're still upset when I hit you with that lightning bolt. I said I was sorry, Russell. What else do you want from me?
I like how
Yeah.
everybody just doesn't like Arcanon,
Yeah.
even though he's super charismatic
He is,
to everybody
yeah.
else.
Yeah, and you also involved yourself in some antics that got one of our men killed. He's gonna count up on his finger. You
I'm gonna say
made me fall off of a dragon.
I'm gonna say
Say, what man got killed?
Well, he got killed twice.
Wait, who
Wait, who
died?
died?
Fibic.
Civic,
Fibic,
Oh,
the guy that you helped escape prison.
that you didn't escape with. Rao's gonna say, listen, I don't know if your horns are screwed in too far into your head and impacting your brain, but like I said, you can talk and we can plan.
uh, what a jerk. Arcanon's gonna say. Arcanon's gonna be like, whoa, okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say I should add that I'm also I've um
I'm great at Parcheesi.
I'm one of your best hopes for also getting Fibic back, so
Spencer chimes in here and says, the best tactical decision was uniting us to a group, to the group that was trying to prevent other people from going up the mountain. Turning against them now is a stupid idea. It is an idea, but it's a pretty stupid one. But you did make the correct. I feel Arcanon did make the correct call in getting us here, no matter how much I hate it.
Rao's gonna say under his breath, it was my idea.
I'm just gonna leave the conversation and just walk around camp.
I'm gonna say looks like we're staying then.
And then
And then I'm going to go find Hephaestus and see how he's faring.
I'm gonna find a spot that is far away from everyone.
guys
You guys are so mean.
I don't want this lady catching any whiff of me. I should be 60 feet away, but it was suspicious, so I want to be far away from everyone.
So, William, am I aware of any caves on this portion or close by where we are?
Caves.
Go ahead and roll survival.
Yeah. Roll survival.
Okay. Well, why this is the way it is, but no, it was almost a 15.
That's too bad.
Oh.
As it happens, this side of the mountain is not the one where you were coming. You know that the higher you go on this mountain, there are more caves. As for ones at this elevation, you're not sure.
Well, I'm going to tell Arcanon specific. I don't know if Arcanon's still at the fire with this lady. I'm going to tell Arcanon that I'm going to go to look for a cave nearby, and I will actually walk north out of camp looking for a cave.
Sure, I would probably be in like my own tent. I would try to find a tent that I could call my own and
And
just
Lady
kind of resting.
Lady Rindra seems interested in continuing to chat with you, Arcanon.
Oh well, I would if
No.
she's what gonna find me or is she
She
gonna
fancies you, Arcanon.
beckon me back towards her fire?
she's going to beckon you
Basically,
back towards her tent at this point, Arcanon.
Oh, no.
It's the black slick
maybe
hair.
maybe not that far. But if you do get up to leave, she is going to ask if you might stay and share stories of your adventures.
I'm gonna say, certainly. I do very much enjoy telling a good story. Um, I won't. I won't kind of. I won't like specifically detail out the war between like Bahamut and Tiamat, but I will say like, I will kind of explain the adventurers I traveled with um during that time, and kind of some of the lesser quests that we pursued. Um, uh, how we saved like an elven homeland from a green dragon uh that was terrorizing it, and uh was able to kind of gain the trust of the elves there, and just stories like that.
Oh, Arcanon, tell me again about this extremely handsome bird. Sounds amazing.
He was smelly.
A little bit.
One of his traits. Anyway, Spencer, go ahead and roll survival to find a cave up there. Also, roll, and I'll say Arcanon. Actually, Arcanon, go ahead and roll perception. But roll.
I roll perception.
Yeah, to see if you notice Spencer leaving.
Not.
Arv,
You
where
said
you?
not me?
I'm gonna give this one to you automatically
Oh,
because
okay.
you're on the north end
Okay.
there. There's
Where am
no
I
way to
going?
miss Spencer. Yeah, I'm wondering if you should roll. It looks like you're heading to the southern end. Maybe hanging with the Tabaxi.
Yes. I um will be heading to the Tabaxi.
Or you feel some kind of kinship with these guys.
Yes.
Turn to one of them. Turn to one of them to say, "You should name your great 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 grandson."
Leaping Kingfisher.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right,
I'll sit
Spencer, you're
cross-legged.
all right. You're out with Arcanon's bit. Spencer's done his roll. Okay, roll. You're just camping out with Hephaestus.
No, I'm going with Spencer. We're piecing out of this spot if as much time as we can. I will catch up with Spencer.
Good old Spence.
All right. And you're bringing Hephaestus with you
Yes.
on map thing. I'm gonna grab these tokens.
When we catch up to Spencer, I'll say, "Wow, looks like we're allowed out this side. It's much quieter out here. Mind if we join?" We're gonna join anyway, but I figured I would ask to be polite.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I
All right.
mind.
Let's deal with Arv first.
Okay.
All right, you come up to the Tabaxi, and they don't seem too perturbed by your presence. You can sit down cross-legged quite easily. Not everyone here is a Tabaxi. You notice sitting across from you, there's a female white dragonborn, scaly rather than furry. Um, they're all sitting, and Thundercloud, Seven Thundercloud, as she called them before, is responding to jibes about him getting thrown by Raoul by bringing up times when each member here has been similarly embarrassed. You get the gist that they've been together for a long time.
Arv is going to cast Goodberry, and Also bring out his little scorpion boy. Set him next to the fire on a stone, maybe that's warm.
Mm-hmm.
And place a good berry there for him. And then also, all of these Tabaxi and this Dragonborn are going to see how Atmans eat. But nobody else will see it. Heck.
They eat through their butthole.
Yeah, just start shoving good berries up.
Alright. Let's see if I can break this piece without. Okay, that's never gonna work because my mouse is acting crazy. But there's Hamilton, and I'll give you control. Alright. They see how admin eat, and the rest of the camp can hear, "Oh, that's disgusting," and everyone's running
Yeah.
away. Anyway,
And I'll also offer good berries to whoever wants them.
alright. Every member here will accept your good berries.
Oh,
Eating them. Says, "That's uncommonly good," says the Tabaxi male over here. Tabaxi female sitting next to you points to Hamilton. Says, "What is that creature? I've never seen one before." At which point Hamilton, no filter,
mm,
announces, "I'm a scorpion." Jumps back a little. Says, "Oh, I thought you were an animal." Says,
he
"Is
is.
yet another new race here in Faerun?"
I was going to say, are you familiar with the Awaken spell?
Says, "I am not." The other
Um,
guy down here, he's like, "Oh, it's a spell that some of the shamans back home would use on very special creatures. As it makes them talk like a tabaxi, doesn't it?"
I was going to say, yes, exactly. And I think Hamilton here is a very special creature.
Says the female says, "Oh, so they don't do that normally."
No. They usually live in dry lands in the desert.
Timing, because Hamilton turns to you, says, "I'm glad for the fire." Says, "This land, there's no heat in it." Says, "It's very unlike my homeland."
I was going to say, yeah, not much. I'm sorry if my bag isn't warm enough for you, but that's all I have.
As well, dude, I
And then
know
I
that
rip
you'll
out
accept.
some tabaxi hair from this guy. Just joking.
Roll initiative. No. Alright, you're chatting up Tabaxi. Now, I actually do have a map for what Spencer and Raoul and the rest find as they ascend northward. I'm hoping it's not too blurry. It looks okay. Anyway, you're at the south end of the map. Going up, you find that the trees are getting scarcer and sparser. As the increased elevation, you'll know, Spencer, doesn't do great for plant life. In your search for a cave, you find that up ahead to the north, about the center of the map, you'll see it. There is an opening to a cave.
Ew.
It's rather narrow, but will admit your passage.
Are there actually dead bodies all here in those caves?
Wait, are there dead bodies on this map?
Yeah, look at them.
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That works out well.
Oh. All right.
As you approach. All right. I'll say about as you get a quarter of the way up the map. Everybody
Yeah.
roll perception.
Perception. That's this one, and it's not that good.
Oh no. Do I want to use my inspiration? Hold on, let me think. Let me think. Yeah. Wow, what a great use of my inspiration, just like every single time. Every time.
So much better. Such a great use of inspiration.
Yeah. It's fine.
As it happens, you guys do not notice the bodies until you're basically at the mouth of the
We're
cave.
chatting. What do you need a cave for?
Shelter, of course.
You gonna sleep out here?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
You guys are roughing it.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's a great idea, and then as we see the bodies, or is it?
As you approach the cave, you finally see them. Humanoid-shaped lumps in the snow, some of them open. You see cold blue faces, frozen, except, of course, for the red, which has stained the snow around them.
Oh no, is it fresh? Like, is it smelly? Smells are different in the
Go
cold.
ahead and roll investigation, and Raoul, you can have advantage because you're a dumb peer.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a hint, but
Good thing I ate already. Well, did it matter? Probably not.
all right. I'm also investigating, but I'm more interested in how old they are, how fresh they are.
That's what I also just did. So please roll better. Good job!
I got you.
Alright. So it's clear to both of you that these bodies are of varying degrees of freshness. The one that's most complete, this one right here, seems like it could be less than a week old.
What did this?
Hmm.
Have you made it this
The
far up
blood
before?
from that one is... Sorry?
It's asking Spencer if he made it up this far before and knew what would have done this.
I've never been up this side of the mountain, but I don't. Would I have? Or I've never been around this portion of the mountain, but would I have known of anything that might do something like this that would live on the mountain? More of past experiences rather than like. That's still like an intelligence check. Sorry, the point being is I'm trying to think more of like, have I encountered anything like this on other portions of the mountain?
Go ahead and roll nature.
Too bad you used your nat 20 on there already.
Yep.
Alright. So I'm going to... unless you think otherwise, I'm going to have you come up and inspect the body more closely.
Nope, that is something that Spencer would do. He would.
Alright. You find that the top half of the body, which is what you see in the snow, is sticking out, but as you poke it a little bit with your sword, you find that the bottom half of the body is not there. So, you know that whatever did this is either extremely vicious or extremely large, and is probably some kind of man-eater. However, you don't have enough experience with this mountain to know exactly what it might be.
Right. There's creatures on other mountains that will also eat people when they come close. Just part of life. We should probably avoid this cave at least.
Yeah, I'll take a wizard over this.
When you say that, Spencer's glancing again at the cave, like maybe it's not that bad.
Hey, your job is to get us to the top of the mountain, right?
Spencer sighs and says, "Yeah." He sighs and says, "Yes." Really quick. Roll an insight check. Hey, that's really good.
Because I got a +8.
So you've only traveled with Raoul for a couple days, but you've talked to him more than other people have, and specifically, you know, he doesn't like wizards, but there's something else that seems to be bothering him. Specifically with him even still considering this cave after the fact that there's clearly man-eating corpses strewn outside.
Does he look angry or afraid? Or both?
Let me check something really quick here. To see how I interpret this. At this point, it is almost a little bit more like, I guess it's kind of angry, but also like wistful of wanting to go inside of the cave.
Like curiosity?
Not quite. If I had to use terms that we would understand, it's almost like his eyes are glazing over a bit.
That's weird. Raul's gonna go up to him and shake his shoulder and say, hey, I don't know what your personal problems are with them, but believe me, I understand. But this cave, that's not gonna help us get to the top.
Spencer, I guess. Sorry, not I guess. Spencer will kind of look down at him and say, yeah, kind of a little bit like distant. And then you see him visibly snap out and say, yeah, you're right. I don't like the wizard, but I can keep an eye on her. If I go on this cave, I won't be able to do that.
DM, did that seem like a weird magical space out?
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Raul's looking at you weird for sure. 4.
Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe we could find another one.
All right, well, let's at least get away from this, because if whatever did this is still in there, we might not want to be right at the mouth of its house. So.
Yeah, you know that you mention it. We are right in front. I'll make Hephaestus go first.
Ahead. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and start walking away from that.
In your pursuit of a new cave, are you heading more down towards the camp or further up the mountain?
Probably. We don't want to get too far away from the camp because we still want to be able to go back to them. So we would explore most likely down and laterally. We don't want to get too much further north.
All right. Very good. One of you can roll survival with advantage. Advantage coming from the other person.
I would like to look for the cave this time.
Go for it. You know what? That's fair. You would definitely take point after I found the cave full of corpses.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah!
We would have wandered
Huh.
back in a circle, found the cave of corpses again, and got eaten.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, Raoul, you're going in a circle until Spencer's help. He's like, "Hey, are you going in a circle?" He's
No.
like, "Oh, right." And then you shake your head in a sudden burst of inspiration. You find another cave. This one corpseless.
That's good. We like that.
Nice.
This particular cave, the opening is wide and narrow. You won't be able to stand up in it, but there is enough space for you to lay down and sleep, free of the snowfall, should you choose.
I do like this better than trying to get killed in our sleep with a dragon and someone maybe figuring out we have a vampire too. So, this looks good to me. This one look good to you?
Looks good to me. It is remarkably wizard-free.
So it seems. You never know.
We'll say that this new cave you found is southward on this map.
Right here, there's
You
one.
can, yeah, there's some red stuff in front of it, but don't mind that. That's
It's dirt.
ketchup.
That's where that's where we cleared off the dirt to start a fire.
Either you or I can go back if you watch the dragon, and he's gonna look at Hephaestus and say, "Not that you can't watch yourself. But you don't have armor." He's gonna tap his chest. I can go back if you're that much against it, as long as you don't wander into that cave from earlier.
And Spencer's nod says, "Yeah, I can. I'll stay here. I'll start setting up a small camp for us."
Okay, I'll head back then and go tell everyone that trying to avoid the other mercenaries and especially the wizard lady, that we are camped out a little farther along.
All right.
And I'll say that it's to keep watch. But that's a lie.
All right. Turning to the camp now.
Okay, who's there first? Ugh, Arcanon and the lady. I'll
What
find
is that
What's
Ark.
that
supposed
supposed
to
to mean?
I don't want to stand next to her. And I will try to keep 30 feet away. More than that.
All right.
So I'm literally
Conveniently, Arcanon, we've wrapped around to your turn. At this point, Lady Rindra has heard many of your stories and approves of your adventures. She says, "Thanks, Heike." Oh, wait, I wouldn't say that. She says
I was
it's
about to
fortunate
say.
that she says it's fortunate that we came together. Says you're just the sort of crew I need on an adventure such as this. As now, if you'll excuse me, I must see to matters elsewhere. She turns back into her tent and closes the door, flap behind her. Go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, I hate this check. You know, it's not actually that bad.
That's a good check.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that
Good
check.
job.
As she enters the tent, you notice that no sound comes out of the tent.
What?
You deduce that this tent has wards on it
Huh.
to turn it into a little sanctuary. Eavesdropping will be ineffective, and possibly other problems as well.
All right.
With that, you are free to wander.
So wait, Raul came back?
Yeah, would I be walking down and he sees me, or will I already be? I'm trying to sneak around. I don't want anyone to see me. I'm bad at sneaking, but
Okay. Conveniently, Arcanon just rolled a perception check, so go ahead and roll your
Oh.
disadvantage stealth check,
Clank.
Blankety Man. Tin Man.
I also don't think I have modifier at all. We
Wait,
don't.
Do I?
Do
You say
did you say
I roll something?
No, you.
Oh, you already did your perception.
It's fine.
Okay. So
Sneaking.
Raul is trying to sneak, but he doesn't. Arcanon catches up on him immediately. You can let him pass or do whatever.
Um,
But
no, I'll talk to.
Oh man. As soon as I see you coming over, I'm gonna just rub his forehead, say, what do you want?
Ryle
I'll
can be a
nice person.
Not to tieflings
That's
that
true.
shoot him in the back. What do you want?
I'm
I'm gonna say, you guys find anything out there?
Yeah, cave where we're gonna bunk to keep watch. You can roll insight if you want. Or DM.
I will.
Do you want me to roll deception, William?
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, this isn't gonna be good. I'm a great liar.
What do I insight off of that?
It's definitely not to keep watch.
Yeah, Argon knows he's lying, but he's just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I see, I see." I'm gonna say, um, I'm gonna say, can we go somewhere to talk, Ryle? He's gonna like ask if we could talk in private.
Anything you want to say to me, you could say right here where people can see us.
Punch it. Punch Ryle.
He doesn't trust you.
Yeah, that's why I want to punch him too.
That'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Don't teach you not to trust me.
We're all men here.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
private
say-
enough.
He's gonna say that lightning bolt. I was trying to aim it to the side. If you know anything about sorcerers, it's very hard to contain our powers sometimes. We're not
Roll persuasion.
control.
He's gonna just like wave one hand in front of his face and say, "Yeah, just aim the next one better."
I'm
gonna say, you don't like me, do you?
Gonna fold his arms and lean back and say, I have a bad history with tieflings. We'll just leave it at that.
Racist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
We'll
gonna
leave it at
say,
racism.
well, I'm gonna say, well, at least you didn't make an excuse. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say I'm a bit used to it. We tieflings tend to get a lot of hate. And he's gonna say, he's gonna say, I want the best for Fibic and I want the best for your group. And I also wouldn't mind getting back to my own timeline. He says, as soon as we can get Fibic back and get revenge on the man who did this to him, I'll get out of your hair.
Man, that didn't help me. Okay, he's gonna look you up and down and, okay. Pause for a second and, like he looks like he really doesn't want to, but he'll reach his hand out and like a really close to his body reach out for a handshake.
like elbow to the side.
Yeah, exactly. I literally
to his
just did that.
side, yeah.
Yeah. Say, well, may we reach our goals then.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna say, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna grab it and kind of like shake it with a firm grasp and with a smile. Um, I'm gonna say, well, at least I know you're trying. And then I'll kind of walk back to my tent.
He'll say, why don't you go tell, and then he's gonna pause and say, actually, you know what? I'll do it. Don't worry about it. And he'll go walk down to Arv. Don't trust you that much, you know what I mean? Saunter off.
Mommy.
No, I mean.
So hurtful.
Hey, gave you a handshake.
Arcanon, will you follow him down or go elsewhere?
Um, I'm gonna go to my tent.
Alright. You've gained enough favor with Lady Indra that she's okay if you want to be in like this leadership circle here.
Oh my goodness.
Not her tent, but at least you get one of the nice ones.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Spencer, you're just chilling off screen?
Yep.
Been chilling.
I am chilling in a cave off screen.
Hold on, I want to be right back.
Convenient. Raoul and Arv. Okay, Arv, at this point they've broached the question that you get all the time. It's like, what are you even?
I explained to them, and I'll say, actually, this isn't a mask, and like, gink, gink, my head or my face, and say that I'm Hamilton isn't, but I actually am a new race or a another race in Netherrealm. Um, but you probably won't see one of my kind again.
What are you called?
I am an admin. I'll explain to them the whole spiel.
As just
But
one of you to the whole planet. As and why come to Netheril? As why not to our home in Maztica
um,
or to some
I was
other part of the world?
I was gonna say the business that my god has, the business that my god wants me to uh, take care of is here in Netherrealm. I don't go
Then
anywhere that I'm not permitted to.
Thundercloud looks at the rest and he says, "Do you hear that, everyone?" Says his god doesn't find us interesting enough. Rather than offended, they'll laugh.
Hmm. I was gonna say, um, oh, I'm sure in some timeline there's been an admin in where did he say before?
Maztica.
In Maztica.
Go
And I'm
ahead
sure there
and
will be in the future.
roll history. Also, it'll
Maztica
be
is
a
pretty
bit about
far removed from everything.
And
Yeah.
Rao's gonna pipe up and say, and not all gods operate on interest.
The hell does that mean?
Interest?
Just
Like,
joking. I'm joking. Mozambique.
All right. You know that Maztica is another one of the continents on this planet. It's a jungle place closer to the equator, far away, and apparently where the Tabaxi come from.
Hmm.
Which is more than most people know about it. Anyway, yeah, rolls in. Isn't that not all gods operate based on interest? Thundercloud looks at you and says, "But why would you worship a god that has that has no interest in you? Hardly seems fair."
I was just gonna chuckle and not answer.
Hey, I asked you a question and I beat you up. No.
He'll answer if they press it, but say why indeed. Then he's gonna interrupt and turn to Arv and say, the Goliath and I will be right outside of camp if you need us. We'll be keeping watch on the outskirts.
All right.
Heck yeah, that's my deception roll, William, if you needed me to roll it.
Whoa.
You lie so well that you forget the truth.
Yeah.
Wait, that was deception?
Yeah. You could roll insight if you want. Maybe you'll get a nat 20.
Probably not. I was just gonna say, all right.
So believable. If they get attacked, they're blaming us.
True.
True.
So will Arv.
Alright, then he's gonna nod and try to escape the conversation. Unless someone stops him. See you in the morning.
Jesus.
And I'll nod to Thundercloud and pass on the rest. You know?
All right. I know. All right. It looks like it's coming on to our normal closing time.
It's closing time.
So, we'll call it there.